In the heart of Salem, nestled among the gnarled trees of the Whispering Woods, lay a place forgotten by time, Salem Hollow. This mysterious area, shrouded in enchantment, resonated with the town's historical past. Its eerie, monochromatic foliage whispered tales of witch trials and dark magic. Within the hollow, remnants of Salem's history stood as silent sentinels, and spectral figures danced in the moonlight. Owls hunted under the glowing moon, while rabbits scampered about. Each creature contributed to the grand tapestry of life and death that was Salem Hollow. It was an entity, echoing a story of a past both beautiful and tragic. As the autumn leaves fell, the town's dark history stirred once more. Salem Hollow, amidst its spectral beauty and historical relevance, once again stirred, resonating with the echoes of its dark past. For centuries, the townsfolk of Salem had whispered about the legacy of witches. Their tales, passed down through generations, became the backbone of the town's identity. They spoke of witches with fiery eyes and hearts devoid of mercy, of chilling spells cast under moonless nights, and bonds with the supernatural. These tales were more than just stories. They were the living, breathing history of Salem Hollow. The town seemed suspended in time, its silence punctuated only by nature's eerie sounds. Its buildings were ancient, their foundations embedded in cursed earth. At night, the town would transform, each shadow whispering tales of the witch's legacy. The tales swirled around every corner, echoing in every gust of wind, woven into the very fabric of the town. Salem Hollow was a place of enchantment and terror, where every rustling leaf was a reminder of the town's sinister past. It was a place where the earth seemed cursed, where shadows danced with a malevolent glee. The townspeople of Salem had long tried to distance themselves from their infamous past. The aim was to erase the tainted memories of their history and replace it with honor and integrity. But the shadow of the past was enduring, always lurking in their consciousness. Reminders were everywhere, in the old courthouse standing in the town square, in unexplained incidents that seemed to occur with unsettling regularity. Shadows would twist in eerie patterns, objects would move of their own accord, and the air would fill with an inexplicable chill. Whispers of ancient incantations carried on the wind, a chilling reminder of the atrocities committed in the name of fear. Fear gripped the once rational citizens, making them see signs of witches everywhere. The fear was insidious, casting a long, dark shadow over the town. The townsfolk began to fear that the witches still roamed Salem. A young woman named Abigail, with an insatiable curiosity and a thirst for adventure, couldn't resist the call of Salem Hollow. She was not just an ordinary woman. She was brave, with fiery red hair and mesmerizing green eyes. Every wrinkle in her worn cloak and boots whispered stories of her past adventures. The lantern she carried was her beacon, a symbol of her spirit. The old tales of Salem Hollow had captivated her since childhood, filled with witches, spirits, and hidden treasures. The eve of Halloween was upon her. The sky was dark, with the moon hanging heavy, bathing the hollow with a silver glow. She stepped into the hollow, the earth damp under her feet, the air heavy with the scent of damp leaves and adventure. The lantern cast shadows around her, bringing every tree and leaf to life. She could hear the whispers of the hollow, but she was not afraid. She ventured deeper into the forbidden clearing. On the eve of Halloween, when the moon hung heavy in the sky, she ventured into the forbidden clearing, her lantern casting eerie shadows that danced like specters around her. In the heart of Salem Hollow, Abigail stumbled upon a circle of stones, each etched with arcane symbols. The stones varied in size, placed with an enigmatic symmetry that intrigued her. Each symbol was a testament to the mystical power that was once here. Amidst the circle, an ancient tree stood. Its gnarled branches reached skywards, as if reaching for the gods. The bark was weathered yet strong, resonating the wisdom of centuries. Its roots delved deep into the earth, reflecting its resilience. The tree was a silent, mysterious sentinel of the past, believed to have witnessed witches performing arcane rites beneath it. Its age and mystical aura made the tree a central figure in the local legends. This scene invoked in Abigail a profound curiosity that led her to touch the tree, feeling the ancient energy of the witch's power. The tree and stones were not mere remnants of the past. but a bridge to a time of mystical practices. It was said that witches had once gathered beneath this tree to perform their unholy rites. The stones, the tree, the symbols, they were all part of a story that had been lost to time, waiting for someone like Abigail to uncover their secrets, and perhaps, just perhaps, she was ready to hear their tale. As Abigail explored the clearing, a haunting melody began to play, beckoning her closer. It was a sound like no other, a music that seemed to be woven from dreams. The tune was both strange and familiar, pulling her towards its source. The air shimmered with enchantment, casting intricate patterns on the ground. She felt a pull towards the tree at the center of the clearing. The tree stood in the middle of the clearing, a solitary guardian of the forest. Its gnarled roots reached deep into the earth, its branches spread wide in welcome. Unable to resist, Abigail touched the tree. The bark was rough, but she could feel the life coursing through it. As she made contact, the ground quivered beneath her, as if acknowledging her presence. She felt a sense of connection, a realization that she was a part of this enchanted landscape. As the melody restarted, she closed her eyes and let it wash over her, transforming her. The melody quieted. The world came back into focus but changed. Unable to resist, she reached out and touched the bark, and the ground quivered beneath her feet. From the shadows, the spirits of the accused witches emerged, their ghostly forms flickering in and out of existence. Their spectral bodies moved with a hauntingly beautiful grace. Among them was a woman, her form more defined, her gaze intense. She was a stark reminder of a past filled with fear and misunderstanding. These victims of a time when fear ruled over reason were not malevolent, but misunderstood. Abigail, a young woman, watched as these spirits approached her. The chill in the air intensified as their words echoed with resonating urgency. The spectral woman reached out. Her almost touching hand filled the air with crackling energy. Abigail felt their presence like a cold breeze. Their emotions flowed into her, the memories and experiences of the spectral beings flooding her mind. The truth behind the Salem witch trials was revealed to her not through books, but spirits, their whispers imploring her to understand the truth. As the sun rose, the spectral forms began to fade. Their message would remain with Abigail. Abigail stood there, her heart filled with a newfound purpose, and the ghosts of the Salem witches knew that their truth would finally be heard. In a spectral dance, they showed Abigail the stories of innocent lives lost. A tragic ballet of spirits narrated tales of ordinary people, punished for unthinkable crimes. The dance was sorrowful yet graceful, narrating the tales of countless men, women, and children accused of witchcraft. Fear of the unknown had branded these innocent individuals as conspirators of the dark arts, and a witch hunt born out of fear ensued. This pervasive fear led to mass hysteria, false accusations, public shaming, and horrific executions. These spirits demonstrated through their dance the curses born out of despair, lingering even centuries later. The curses were the echoes of the past, a haunting reminder of the atrocities committed due to fear and ignorance. This dance, hauntingly beautiful yet achingly tragic, painted a picture of a past forever etched in the soul of Salem Hollow. They revealed how their curses, fueled by anger and despair, lingered over Salem Hollow to this day. Haunted by the chilling revelation, Abigail vowed to right the wrongs of history. This revelation was tied to her town's dark past. She was not one to stand aside. She was a woman of courage and conviction. The spirits of women from the past were her guides, not horrifying specters, but echoes of silenced voices. As she delved into history, she felt an inexplicable bond with these spirits, each with a lost story. There were tales of love, loss, resilience, and defiance, painting a world far different from hers. She aimed to present the entire picture of that era, to understand the circumstances leading to the persecution of innocent women. Faced with any obstacle, Abigail's resolution only grew stronger. Her journey was about giving voice to the voiceless, revealing the truth, and setting the spirits free. It was her duty, her responsibility. The stories of the accused witches were of women wronged, spirits still lingering, bound by caste curses. With resolution and determination, Abigail embarked on a quest to reveal the untold stories of the accused witches, their lives, struggles, and the curses that bound their restless souls to Salem. As Abigail delved deeper into the town's archives, she found herself captivated by the unearthed relics. Each document was a window into a forgotten world, a Salem drastically different from her own. Holding the fragile pages, a mix of fear and anticipation pulsed within her. She was an archaeologist of history, exploring the Salem of yore. Among the yellowed pages, she found diaries, imbued with the raw emotions of their authors. Their words, filled with joy, sorrow, and courage, lived on in her heart. She also discovered letters, each a treasure trove of human sentiments. They painted a vivid image of Salem's past that intrigued Abigail. The town's history was a fascinating tapestry of ordinary people and their extraordinary lives. Their voices, long muted by time and hearsay, were now being heard. Amidst the stories, Abigail sensed a duty to vindicate the unjustly accused victims of Salem's past. She knew she needed to give them the recognition they deserved. Determined, Abigail took it upon herself to give them the recognition and justice they deserved. Their stories had been silenced for too long. Now, it was time for the truth to be heard.